Hello everyone, Jamarcus here. And the horses are back. Another week of Master Ball. And we're facing Permanent, who is the guy that beat me in finals last season. And he's got the damn thing that did it for him last season too, and the thing that almost won it for me. Uh, one of the best Terra captains in Iron Jugulus, incredible removal, Florges is great. Got the double dragon into my no fairy team. Gonna be a tough game, for sure. Couple things, ground up poisons Arbok, but also they have such good removal that I don't think they need to be that worried. And also I have no knockoff, so they can just run boots on everything. And I don't think that would be unreasonable at all. So what's my game plan? Kingdra, actually. Kingdra's showing up this week. I think it actually has a lot of potential. The idea is I break with Kingdra to win with Keldeo. Because Kingdra, look at water plus dragon into their team. Nothing really switches in besides like a bulky Manaphy or bulky Lurantis. I don't think Lurantis is showing up. And then Florges is really the only switch in, I think. But I'm physical, so Life Orb, Rain Boosted Wave Crash is doing plenty of damage to that thing. So once that thing's low, Combine Keldeo, supposed to just win. But we'll see what happens. Spectre is coming, just set up same as always. SPDA Lando so I don't lose to Iron Jugulus. AV Crown so I don't lose to Kirim. And I bring up Terra for Riddraft just to be some bulk on the team. But let's actually look at it. Combine Keld, Mirror Herb. Why do I have Mirror Herb? Mostly for Clangor, Soul Blaze, whatever the move's called, or Tail Glow Manaphy. Because if I switch in on Manaphy, clicking Tail Glow, or I Calm Mind in front of them, and then they decide to try and set up on me, or with me, and Tail Glow, I probably win the game. I have Roar, just so I can roar out like a floor just Calm Minding up with me. Yeah, this thing seems like it's just gonna win. I have to be Secret Sword, unfortunately, because Aura Sphere and Focus Blast, both this thing's immune to. So I need to be Secret Sword. Next up, AV Crown, pretty boring. Just enough speed for Kirim. Max special attack with some HP. Tachyon, Psychic Noise, Future Sight, because I don't think I need Focus Blast. It only really hits Iron Treads, and I'm not staying in on that thing. So I decided I don't need a fighting move. I go for Future Sight instead, and then Volt Switch to pivot around. Should be pretty nice. Next up, Spectre. Standard set. Just enough speed for Cinderace with some HP left over. I've Calm Mind Disable. The idea is something Sucker Punches me, probably Cinderace, or this thing Dark Pulses me. And then I can disable it the next turn so that they can't hit me with their super effective coverage anymore. And then I beat them. That's the idea. Then Shadow Ball, Draining Kiss. Standard moves. Max SPDA Lando. I'm scared of that Terra Jugulus, so that's what that's for. Get up my rocks. Rock Tomb so I don't get set up on. EQ, standard, and U-turn standard. Kingdra, I do have Draco because I don't have Dragon Claw. So if I want to hit Como super effectively, I need to click Draco, which is fine. I kill it, and I still have my physical attacks. And then Manual Rain, nothing too exciting. The HP is just a Life Orb number. I probably should have just had more special attack though. And then after the Rain, probably faster than Scarf Cinderace. I actually don't remember what I did. Either Scarf Cinderace or Booster Jugulus. And then just mixed defenses for a draft. These defenses mean nothing. It's just mixed. Wish, Terra Blast, Water hits the whole team pretty decently. Everything that doesn't want to get Thunder Waved, Terra Blast hits. Mostly treads. Thunder Waving anything is great here. And then I have Roar to not get set up on. And Wish, and then Citrus Berry, Kudzu, standard stuff. That's the team. What do I expect to see? Kirim, most likely. Iron Treads, probably. Cinderace, probably. Jugulus, most definitely. Florges, probably. Como, maybe. Manaphy, maybe. Mesprit, maybe. I don't think the bottom three are showing up. There's a Misdreavus on my screen. Otherwise, nothing too surprising. No Treads. That's nice. Means the removals is Court Change Cinderace. And also makes Volt switching with Iron Crown really free. No Manaphy's great. It means that my Mirror probably is not going to do anything, but oh well. So, I'm going to lead Lando because it leads well into everything except Kiram, and I have a good switch into Kiram in Iron Crown. So that's the plan. I lead Lando, and what do you know? Kiram lead. I thought about leading Crown, but if they lead Cinderace, it's a lot harder for me to switch into that thing. Like, I don't want to be weakening Keldeo right away, and Lando's SPDF. So if they're just like banded Pyro Ball, it's really bad for me off lead. So I'd rather start in with Lando. And I could just switch to Iron Crown here, that's fine. They click Freeze Dry. That damage tells me they are either Modest or Never Melt Ice, but they're not specs. So either like Modest Scarf, or maybe they're Never Melt Ice with DD. I don't know. In comes Como. I'm just going to Volt Switch. I'm very surprised Como was the switch in here. I feel like Tachyon into Psychic Move just kills this thing. But they don't switch into this thing at all. Like maybe you have to go hard Cinderace, I don't know. Uh, Iron Crown, I'm very happy I brought max special attack on. It's very hard for my opponent to switch into this thing. Because I can pivot around for free, and Steel plus Psychic coverage hits the whole team for neutrally. Like max SPDF Misdreavus maybe takes it okay, but yeah, this thing is going to be fantastic this game. I bring in Frederiff, get a free Thunder Wave. There's no immunity, so I'm going to click it. They get up the rocks, kind of sucks, and I missed T-Wave. Unfortunate, but I can just click it the next turn, to be honest. I didn't lose that much. Um, assuming they stay in here and don't want anything else Thunder Waved, they're just going to be able to attack me with whatever move, and I'm probably going to end up peeling that off anyways. So I just click Thunder Wave again. They Iron Head try and flinch me, and they get Thunder Waved. So I lost 16% because of that miss. Oh well, I can heal that off. I'm very surprised they stayed in though. I feel like Terra Blast Fairy was a very good bring into this team. They didn't bring a Fairy resist outside of Cinderace. And I don't have a Fairy type, and you have Double Dragon. So I was very surprised to see Como stay in there. I thought Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam was a pretty likely play that I would make there. And to see that they would trade rocks for that, that makes you a lot weaker to Keldeo. But, oh well. They roar me out. Interesting. Knowing that, though, I know my Fairy Draft is going to be faster than this now, so I can roar them out before they roar me out. They bring in Keldeo. Unfortunate. I don't want to stay in against that. So I go Lando. As I switch to Florges. This is fine with me. I get my Wish. And they go Misdreavus as I get my own rocks. Rocks are going to be great here. Kyurem could be just Modest Boots. And then Jugulis, Cinderace, hoping one of those two is not Boots either. Or both, ideally. I bring in Fridgeraff, seeing as they can't do much to me. They Foul Play, does some damage, not that much. I actually realized at this point in the game, I was not 0 attack IVs where I should have been. I would have taken less damage from that Foul Play. They Foul Play again, that's fine. And I roar them out. Getting Komomo was so lucky here. I probably should have ended up clicking Wish here. I didn't think they would stay in to let me Thunder Wave them. So I'm now at 38%. If I brought in Kyurem, very, very different game, but getting in Komomo was definitely lucky. I do get my Kaichu, so I'm actually not as low, but still. Draco would have killed me, I think. Jugulis comes in, that's fine. I throw up a Wish. I Terra. I think I Terra Blast here, seeing as they probably don't want to stay in. Or do I Thunder Wave? I might have Thunder Waved. This is a long game. Spoilers. I just roar, okay. That's fine too. I bring back in Jug, and I get my Wish. I'm at full health now. This is a free Terra Blast. I figured they'd switch again, so I just want to start getting chip on Como. They seem like they keep going back into Como on this, now that they know I don't have a Fairy move. And I Terra Blast, I do nothing. So that's max HP and some SPDF. So they don't have a lot of special attack, I'm assuming, or they're slow. So I can maybe Calm Mind in front of it with Keldeo. And I know Keldeo's probably faster. I don't think they're going to be max speed. Actually, I know they can't be max speed unless they're max speed, max SPDF, which is a crazy set. So Keldeo's probably faster because I'm running max speed to speed tie. And then like even Kingdra might be faster than this. They U-turn out, that's fine. I think I Thunder Wave this turn. Seeing as they wanted to stay in, but no. They go Florges. That's fine. This thing Thunder Waved is great. Makes it a little easier to Calm Mind in front of it on Keldeo. I click Roar here. And I get Como again. This is fantastic. This thing keeps coming in. It gets back to full with Wish, but not the end of the world, to be honest. I can just keep clicking Roar, keep getting rocks damage, and getting information. That's a big thing here. I know that this Jugulis is Boots now. They go Como again. I think I just click Roar again, don't I? Yeah. And I bring in Cinderace, and I see that the Cinderace is boots. I'm getting so much information from this, and I'm really not losing all that much. If I go back into Komodo, I think I click Thunder Wave maybe? No, I just wish up. Seeing as if Cinderace could want to attack me, and I click Thunder Wave into it, then it would probably 2-hit KO me in return. If they Scale Shot, that's fine. Do I just roar here? I probably do. I roar again. Not a very exciting game, but it does end soon. This Giraffe segment of it, at least. Because of this Misdreavus. Foul play, they click Curse. So not the Misdreavus I'm used to. I missed Thunder Wave, a little unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though. Back, like, probably 2 years ago, I used to play Scarlet Violet PU quite a bit, and this was, like, the best Pokemon. It was just Calm Mind, Terra Fairy, Draining Kiss with Shadow Ball and Wisp, and you couldn't beat it. But it was Levitate, so it wasn't weak to all the spikes going around. And there was no removal, and this was the Spin Blocker. It was a terrible metagame. Anyway, so I'm not... This is a really cool Misdreavus set that I was definitely not expecting. Curse, I don't want to stay in here. I want to keep this thing pretty healthy, because it seems like they struggle to kill it. I also don't die to Freeze Dry from Kyurem, something to consider, so I can Thunder Wave it. I go Iron Crown, fantastic double. I look great for this play. But yeah, I just go Iron Crown, figuring I can kill them with Tachyon Cutter, and I'm faster. And they go Komo. And this is a very free Tachyon Cutter for me. Good chip. Tells me that they're like max HP with some SPDF, or like some HP with more SPDF. And I don't want to stay in to Dark Pulse. I want to be able to take some Kyurem hits still. So Lando comes in. I'm SPDF. I beat this thing pretty handily. They knock off and they crit me. Really unfortunate crit, because I intimidated them, which means they go through that Intimidate drop and they get the boosted damage. So that did 38%. It probably would have done more of like half of that. So my Landorus is a little lower than it should have been. Getting the Citrus Berry knocked off also kind of sucks. So this thing's not getting any healthier unless I get a Wish into it, which is reasonable. I can definitely do that this game. If I Wish in front of Como, I can switch into Landorus pretty safely. But instead, I decide to just take this thing out. Earthquake's gonna 2-hit KO it. I know it's max SPDF. They get fully pair up, that's lucky. And I Earthquake again. So Como is pretty low now, that's fantastic. Definitely dying to Keldeo now. And like Draining Kiss from Spectre is not always, like, it's not killing it. Especially since they're SPDF, so having the thing so low is going to be great. Misdreavus comes in. I decide to sack Lando at this point. I didn't feel like I needed it. It was just max SPDF pretty much here to beat the Iron Jugulus, but seeing as it's a more supportive set from the Jugulus, I don't feel like I need Lando as much. I could wish it up at some point, but I actually think Giraffe is a better defensive Pokemon at this point in the game, so I'd rather use my wishes to keep it healthy than keep Landorus healthy. I Rock Tomb. I know it'll 2-hit KO this thing, probably not Oko. They foul play me. Oh well. And then they have Sucker Punch. Very interesting. And it actually kills me, unfortunately. If that knockoff didn't crit me, that Sucker Punch probably would not have killed me. And I would have killed them and had a sack left over, or they would have had to, I don't know, go Kyurem or Cinderace to revenge kill me. But oh well. I can get a kill with Spectre now. I have Colbur Berry. I'm not worried about the Sucker Punch. I thought about clicking Calm Mind on their Sucker Punch and getting a boost. But if they curse, that's just terrible for me. I want to keep this thing healthy. If this is a Scarf Kyurem, I live a hit. Scarf Shadow Ball or Draco Meteor do not kill me. Modest Draco goes up to 91, so it's a small chance to kill, but generally, Scarf Kyurem's not going to kill me. So if I can stay at this HP, that's great. Now if they Sucker Punch me, of course I'm going to go below that HP anyways, but I'd rather take a Sucker Punch than a Curse, so I just get my kill with Shadow Ball. I get my Grimnay boost, of course. They bring Kyurem. This is the most obvious Scarf Kyurem of all time. I figure I have a pretty safe switch in Iron Crown. Spectre does not kill, as I mentioned, but Draining Kiss does not kill the Kyurem back, or nor does Shadow Ball. So I decide to switch into my Iron Crown, who should be able to take 2 hits. Never mind. Crit does 60. So I switched in. Let's see. I think it was a roll for 2 Shadow Balls to kill me anyways. And I'm very sure that this Kyurem is Choice Scarf at this point. You would not go into Kyurem at this point, I don't think, if you're not Choice Scarf. And you take rocks too. So I bring an Iron Crown. I'm at 75. Their Shadow Ball does 59. So non-crit Shadow Ball would have done like 38. 238, so 76. I was at 75, so definitely a roll to kill, maybe in their favor. But I'd rather not get crit, you know? They take me out with Shadow Ball. I know that there's Scarf here for sure because my Iron Crown should have been faster. So I know they're locked into Shadow Ball now, so I can come out with Keldeo at this point. It was supposed to be Kingdra weakens Florges for Keldeo, but at this point I'm actually thinking Kingdra Windcon is looking really nice. Cinderace dies, Kyurem dies. If I can weaken Florges, it dies, even though like +1 or Rain Boosted Wave Crash just kills it. And I can set up a Rain Dance on Jugulus. I don't think they'll be able to kill me, and then Como is low. So if I can get a Rain Dance up with Kingdra, it seems like it's just game over. So I just want to get some chip on Florges and force this Kyurem out. So I just click Calm Mind. 2 Surfs will kill this Florges. Unless they're like max F, but I don't think they will be. And yeah, they're not. 42%. They Moonblast, that's fine. And then another Surf will take them out. In comes Cinderace as a Facade and kill me. I decide to go for a Giraffe here to Wish. They can't 2-hit KO me. So I click Wish, unless they're Double Edge. But Facade and Double Edge seems a little greedy. They Swords Dance again as I click Roar. They mentioned that being a big misplay on their behalf, and I agree. Facade would have done a lot of damage to me, and I would have gotten my Wish up anyways. But yeah, you've revealed quite a bit of your set now. I'm expecting Sucker Punch and Pyro Ball to be your last sets. And Kyurem comes in, and Freeze Ray will not kill me here. So I just take the hit, hopefully I don't get frozen. I don't, and I Thunder Wave and I hit. That's great. In hindsight, I could have roared as well to force this thing out, but I think having it parried so that it is now slower than Kingdra and Spectre is more valuable. This pretty much means I'm sacking my Fur Giraffe, but I'm okay with that. It'll also tell me here if they're max speed. My Fur Giraffe, I think, hit like 156 or something. So if they have like hardly any speed on their Kyurem, I'll actually be faster than them here. But they're still faster than me, so it tells me they're pretty much max speed Scarf, but modest. Or close to it. I bring in Spectre. They're locked into Freeze Try. I can Calm Mind in front of this. Again, hopefully I don't get frozen. 28%, that's fine. I Draining Kiss. I knew it would be a roll to kill. I barely don't. But even then, that's fine. I kill them with Draining Kiss. And then I pretty much win the game. Unless they don't go Cinderace here. Because I'm faster and kill Jogulus. I checked, it doesn't have Sucker Punch. And I killed Como too. So Cinderace is really their only option at this point. So I know they're boots. I know I'm faster. If they Sucker Punch, I will live. Because I have Colbur Berry. They'll turn into a Dark type, which means they would resist Shadow Ball. So I don't want to click Shadow Ball into a resisted Sucker Punch. So I click Draining Kiss here. They end up going for Quick Attack, trying to turn into a normal type and be immune to my Shadow Ball. But I just Draining Kiss anyways, which, you know, it works out. So there's Swords Dance, Facade, Quick Attack, and then maybe there's Sucker Punch last move, I don't know. But I just click Draining Kiss again. I know I will live. My next Draining Kiss won't kill them. But if they are Sucker Punch last, this is pretty much guaranteed win at this point. Unless they're like Custap on this Como that I don't know about. I'm expecting it to be Roselli Berry though, if I'm being honest. If they are Sucker Punch last move, they will hit. They will not kill me unless they crit. And then I can just disable the next turn to guarantee disable their Sucker Punch. Unless they go for Quick Attack. Which, like, if they do that, they're way better than me. Anyways, all that is to say, I Draining Kiss, and they end up being Pyro Ball last move. They didn't even have Sucker Punch. So I Draining Kiss again, and Draining Kiss a couple more times, and that's game. I was Shadow Ball in this Spectre. Halfway through the game, I realized I probably should have been Hex. I just didn't expect to get 3 Thunder Waves off with my Fur Giraffe. But down goes, and they were Roselli. I didn't actually realize that until just now. But yeah, down goes Como. And that's 5 kills for Spectre, because it did kill Misdreavus as well. Not a perfect game. I got 1 kill with Keldeo, which is nice as well. I'm trying to get a lot of kills on Spectre and Keldeo, so all the kills this week were from those two. Mostly from Spectre. Rocks were very valuable this game. I don't think I would have won that Kirim interaction. I probably would have still, but more likely to get frozen. Rocks were really nice to get up. SPDF, Max SPDF Lando worked great. Um, Nothing showed up that it was used for, but it did what it was supposed to. It got a lot of chip on Como, got rocks up so that I could just keep spamming Roar and making progress and figuring out information. Kingdra never showed up or came out, but it was helpful in the back. It was definitely a secondary win con if Spectre did not work here. And then I don't think this Cinderace would have even been able to kill my Kingdra anyways. So at that point where Kyurem is parried, Como and Jugulars are low, I don't need to click Rain Dance. I can just kill Cinderace with Liquidation or Wave Crash. Although if they turn into a normal type, bit of a different story. And then I outspeed and kill everything else. So Kingdra was a good late game win con if Spectre did not work. But we take the game, very, very close game. I've played Permanent twice now. Two of the best draft games I've ever played. They're a great player, and I've really enjoyed playing them. Very happy I won, because if I lost this game, it would have been the first time I ever lost twice to the same person. I've only ever lost once. Like, every time I've lost, it's been to a different person. I've never lost to the same person twice. So I'm keeping that streak going. I do face Frozone week 8 in this division, so I don't know how much longer that streak's going to be going. But that is week 5 of Showdown Master Ball with the horses. 5-0, guaranteed playoffs. I think I'm still top of the leaderboard. I don't think the other person who's 5-0 passed me in differential. And I believe Spectre is comfortably the kill leader in this division and maybe the whole league. Let me check 1 second. Alright, as you can see, I mean the week's not over, so take this with a grain of salt. But Spectre comfortably first. 13 kills, 0 deaths, nice. 49 MVP score is crazy. It's only week 5. And then global MVP. Also, the week's not over, so some of these things could pass me. Cloud's I don't know how that happened. 11 kills. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. Hopefully, keep it that way. I want to prove that this thing should not be allowed. But that's week 5. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.